Uh, uh, Hello guys, selamat datang ke Minecraft. Kita akan main Minecraft. So aku download ni Mac. Semua ni versi lama. So ada versi baru. Punya Mac versi baru tak ada. Tak ada jumpa. Aku lama tak main Minecraft ni. Ni aku nak gitu Minecraft PE. Aku akan tamatkan siri. Ni tak ada PE. Macam mana aku terbaru dengan Minecraft? Sebab ada satu YouTuber, ada YouTuber main Minecraft. Rasanya satu YouTuber, ada beberapa salah satu ada YouTuber ni 2 orang. Dia main Sky Island. Macam ambil adventure sikit. Aku pun terus minat. Tapi aku korang tengok nanti aku nak beritahu. Nanti kita buat reaksi ni. Tapi game satu YouTuber ni, satu ni group lah, 2 orang ni. Dia main Minecraft memang dia macam main Skyline. Siapa pernah main Skyline, kalau OG siapa tahu. Oops. Tadi aku nak rekod tau. Okay. Okay. Wait. Alamak. YouTube. Okay, kita bayar. Konsep dia sama je macam konsep gundu kita. Kita akan survive. Okay. So, aku akan survive je. Tapi ada YouTuber baru ni macam terlari sikit. Dapat 3. Okay. Okay. Woi. Cuba 1 minit ni. So ni one chop. Maksudnya satu. Okay, ke macam ni bersamaan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13. 13 macam berapa? Baru 20 lah, 15 ke apa? 13 blok. Kita buat Kopo. Kopo. Ya. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Oh, buat chest lupa. Okay. Bidi ni tak ahli dis. Hmm. Yang biar. Wood. Dia kita buat cobblestone pula. Oh, tak ya. Okay. Eh, habis banyak ke? Hmm. Okay. Tu. Aku dah ada map-map sana. Oh. Oh. Ya. Potato. Okay. Jom. Ni boleh buat spawner. Macam malam kita buat. Tu letak situ. Kita buat. Okay, buat. Kita buat piket. Sword. Mak. Okay. Jom kita ke bawah. Makannya tak payah lah. Tadi kita masuk. Piket biru. Tak ada apa lagi. Jom kita, aduh, jom kita ke bawah. Hmm? Try kan. Aduh. Aha. Jom kita ke bawah. Dengar straight di bawah. Oh. Oh. Dia tahu. Lava. Oh, lava betul. Oh. Yep. Hmm. Okay. Maksudnya. Okay. Kita ini nanti aku pecah. Macam lumayan rough. Ni aku akan make 2 atau 3. Ah. Oh.
Spitting it all out. Feeling pathetic, he gazes down, but she reaches out with a napkin, gently wiping away the spilled.
Okay, ni dulu. Aduh, welcome to Escape Bot. This is PBE survival. This should finish with the stop button. Kita do not rescue. Okay. So, okay. Apa betul tu? Okay. Sekejap ah. Hello. Okay, mula. Hello, the polyhuman. My name is David. I visit from the kingdom of Poland and villager race called Ardell. Yeah, my name is. I need you help to defeat the great warrior Zone. Follow me. Bye bye. I hope slow down. Okay, set is door. Eugene. Hurry up. Kinetic. Boleh. Ah, puzzle. Hmm. Oh, what? Kick. Kick. Hmm. Oh, okay. Maksudnya kena PBE. Ni. Okay, ni break. Iron. Hmm. Oh. hmm. Berapa lama? Hmm. Okay. Oh. Yep. Yeah. Oh. Ni. Asia. Asia. Kena cawi ke? Oh. Yep. To do it, just. Ini. Yep. Uh. No. Sorry. Tak nak ubah boleh tak? Hmm. Cross. Chief. Ni. Alamak, lambatnya.
From his face. Yuta gets startled and recoils into his seat. She apologizes if her actions were intrusive. At that moment, he decides to open up and express his feelings to her, confessing that he is neither handsome nor wealthy, so he can't possibly fathom why she was with him. She smiles and explains that the book they had both read was her favorite. Realizing that Yuta had also read it, she became curious to know what kind of person he was. Yuta confesses that the romantic fiction didn't resonate with him all that much, as he was a loser who's never even had a girlfriend before. Before he could continue his self-pitying speech, she interrupts him. She suggests that if not having a girlfriend made him a loser, then perhaps she could be his girlfriend. Yuta is left speechless by her proposition. She teasingly smiles and, while gently touching his face, asks the same question again. Confused and flustered, Yuta wonders about her intentions. However, she suddenly burst into laughter, revealing that she was only joking. While she apologizes for teasing him, she reassures him that even if he was a loser, she still found him cute. Although Yuta remains cautious of her, he finds himself gradually unable to resist her charm. After leaving the restaurant, the girl thanks Yuta for the meal. Meanwhile, Yuta couldn't enjoy the food at all due to the constant state of panic throughout their dinner. Even then, the night didn't go smoothly at all. He ends up apologizing for embarrassing her and offers to accompany her to the train station as a gesture of apology. She happily accepts his offer and gently wraps her hands around his arm. In a state of panic, Yuta asks if she's drunk, to which she playfully replies back. Deep down, Yuta can't shake the feeling that this is all too good to be true, and that she might just be messing with him. Nevertheless, if this was indeed their last date, he regrets that it would be so short-lived.
Ayam block.
As they walk towards
Game
the
break.
station, they
Tidur.
unintentionally pass
Tak ada
by the
tidur.
light district. The girl teasingly asks if that's where he's taking her. Startled, Yuta denies having such intention. She inquires if he's ever been to one before, and he admits that he hasn't. She mentions that she's only heard positive things about it, fueling Yuta's embarrassment as his face turns bright red. Sensing his discomfort, she leans in closer and asks what he's thinking about. Yuta quickly changes the subject, urging them to continue towards the station. However, the girl suggests that she may not want to go to the station just yet. Confused about her intentions, Yuta proposes the idea of wandering a bit more. She agrees to his idea and says that their field trip might be his chance to stop being a loser. With a gaze locked onto his eyes, she asks him what he wants to do. Countless thoughts swirl in his head before he blurts out that she shouldn't make such statements. Yuta expresses concern that she might be putting herself in danger, and that he could be anyone capable of doing terrible things to her. In an innocent yet flirting way, she questions if he would actually do terrible things to her. He vehemently denies having any such intention. Afterwards, he pleads with her to value herself more. Anxious that he may have offended her, Yuta glances down, but to his surprise, she leans in closer and tells him that she's glad they met. Smiling as if nothing unusual had occurred, they make their way back to the train station. At the station, Yuta apologizes for keeping her so late. However, she reassures him that it's not a problem and expresses how much fun she had, confessing that she's even more interested in him now. Before he can respond, she playfully slips her hands into his pocket. She then takes his phone out and saves her number on his phone. Finally, she tells him to reach out whenever he wants to meet up again, and they bid each other farewell. On his way back home, Yuta is still in disbelief over the night he's just had, as he imagines what might have happened in an alternative reality where he made a different choice. He gets interrupted by a text message. It's a message from the girl, thanking him for the memorable evening. Just then, it dawns on Yuta that he forgot to even ask her name. 10 days have passed since Yuta and the girl last met, and he hasn't heard from her since then. Despite her suggestion to contact her anytime, Yuta's insecurity prevented him from reaching out as well. Suddenly, an idea strikes him, remembering how the two came into contact in the first place. He decides to post on Twitter, looking for someone to go watch a movie with, hoping that she would take notice and reply. Nervously, Yuta waits for an hour until he finally receives a notification indicating that the girl liked his post. After contemplating for a while, he musters the courage to send her a private message. Meanwhile, the girl's exercise session is interrupted by a phone notification. She checks her phone, a smile forming as she reads Yuta's message. As more time passes, doubt begins to creep into Yuta's mind, and he regrets sending the message. Hours go by without a response, fueling his uncertainty. Finally, a reply arrives. She apologizes for not being able to make it, but says she might be free the following week. Yuta doubts whether her offer was merely out of courtesy and considers deleting her message so he can move on with his life. Just as he is about to, his phone rings. After apologizing for calling so late and making some small talk, she bluntly asks if he wanted to meet with her. Yuta gets flustered by her forwardness and mutters back a lame response. She laughs and says she really is busy that week,
Nak praise
but
mana?
suggests meeting the following week, if he's up for it. In response, Yuta says that if it's
Ni
not too much trouble for her, he would like to go with her. She lets out a seductive laugh, and in a sweet voice, tells him to be a good boy and wait for her. After they hang up, Yuta's heart races as if he has just finished running a marathon, and realizes that sleep won't come easy that night. At work, despite being overloaded with things to do, Yuta can't
Oh,
help but grin at
very
the
good.
thought of
Oh,
finally meeting the girl next weekend. His musings get interrupted by his colleague, Akari, who takes notice of his unusual happiness and asks if he has a date coming up. Yuta hesitates to give a clear response, and his colleagues gather around, eagerly curious to hear about his romantic life. Giving in to their curiosity, Yuta admits that he's going to the movies with someone he knows. Appearing uninterested, Akari goes back to her cubicle. Meanwhile, his other colleagues excitedly inquire about his outfit for the occasion. Having not considered it at all, Yuta simply mentions that he plans to wear a t-shirt and pants. However, his colleagues insist that he should put more effort into his appearance, warning that otherwise she might get embarrassed and dump
big
him.
glass.
Back home, their advice lingers in his mind, and Yuta realizes he hasn't bought any new clothes in years. He rummages through his closet but fails to find anything suitable to wear. He turns to the internet for advice but gets overwhelmed with too much information. In the end, he simply decides to go to a clothing store in person. Feeling out of place, Yuta timidly explores the clothing store. A friendly store employee approaches him, offering assistance. The employee suggests a jacket for him to try
Oh,
on,
no.
and though Yuta feels uncertain, the
Okay.
employee convinces him by complimenting how great it looks on him. Despite the jacket's expense, Yuta decides to purchase it, hoping to make a good impression on his crush. As he leaves the store, feeling satisfied with his purchase, he notices a familiar girl passing by. He realizes it's her. Before he can call out to her, she meets up with a guy who appears to be handsome enough to be a model. They exchange smiles and pleasantries, leaving Yuta in a state of disappointed shock. Yuta never mentions seeing her, and on the morning of their planned meeting, he
Oh,
contemplates canceling their plans. However, he receives a message from her just then, confirming their meeting and expressing her anticipation. He ultimately decides to go, wearing the new jacket he bought to impress her. Spotting her from a distance, Yuta realizes she arrived earlier than him, and she appeared to be in the midst of ignoring a random guy trying to hit on her. Nervously, Yuta approaches them and shyly mentions that he's there to meet her. The guy bursts into laughter at Yuta's appearance, expressing skepticism that she would be interested in someone like him. However, to both their surprise, she firmly grabs Yuta's arm and declares that she has been looking forward to seeing him. They leave the man in disbelief and walk away. As they do, Yuta can't help but feel a sense of inadequacy, feeling less of a man for not being able to stand up to the guy and relying on her protection instead. They enter into a cafe, and with a smile, the girl mentions about the unpleasant encounter from earlier. She asks why Yuta didn't call out to her right away. Yuta admits that he didn't want to embarrass her by having people take notice of her being with a lame guy like him. Without entertaining his self-pity, she notices his new clothes and asks if he got dressed up for her. Yuta becomes embarrassed and criticizes himself once again. However, the girl encourages him by expressing that she finds him much more attractive than a stranger who randomly hits on her. But she admits that his outfit does look a bit chaotic. Since they still have some time before the movie starts, the girl suggests taking him somewhere. Yuta asks where they're going, and she reveals her intention to play dress-up with him. As Yuta watches her choose his clothes, he imagines that she probably did the same for the guy he saw the other day. She picks out an outfit for him and encourages him to try it on. Nervously, he emerges from the changing room and asks how it looks. Both the girl and the store employee exclaim that it looks great on him. The store employee suggests that Yuta might look even better without his glasses, but as Yuta takes them off, the girl promptly puts them back on his face, expressing that she likes him just the way he is. After leaving the store, Yuta offers to pay her back for the clothes, but she insists that it's unnecessary. All she wants in return is for him to accompany her on another shopping trip in the future. With each passing moment spent with the girl, Yuta finds himself falling deeper in love with her. He realizes that if their connection continues to grow, he
Aduh.
won't be able to keep his distance any longer. Summoning his courage, he finally decides to ask if the guy she was with is her boyfriend. He anxiously awaits her response as she tries to recall who she met last week. Then she suddenly bursts into laughter. Curious about Yuta's concern, she questions why he's so interested. Yuta explains that perhaps it would be better if they didn't spend time together like this, if she already has a boyfriend. The girl gently places her hand on his thigh and asks if that's really the only reason. Flustered by her touch and uncertain about her intentions, Yuta stammers a response. She then smiles and tells him that the guy he saw is actually her older brother. She then gently touches his face and asks if he feels relieved now. Yuta denies it defiantly, but she sees through his lie. She asks if he was feeling jealous, and Yuta denies it, insisting that it's not like that. She agrees with him, leaving Yuta puzzled about what she means. Before he can inquire further, she mentions that the movie is about to start. Upon arrival, Yuta offers to purchase the movie tickets and quickly rushes off to do so. As he selects their seats, he wonders if sitting next to each other is appropriate. It also dawns on him that this is his first time watching a movie with another person.
Okay.
When he returns,
Please betul. Welcome to Selamat datang ke Castle Sky. Castle Sky ni asalnya aku tak ingat. Rule-nya. Tengok ah. Jangan munafik. Benda Nether. Apa baca lah. Test ya. Yup. Keep inventory ya. Start atau generator cover nah. Exactly. Apa ya dah? ET. Zookeeper ada 3. Oh, biome silap. Biome no jam. Oh, yang hitam tu off. Oh, ni. Asalnya kita ni dah. Disable. Okay. Okay, kita ambil. Okay, kita ambil ni. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, kita nak buat cerita lah. Dah tak sesuai ni. Sekejap. Aku kena buat ni. Okay. 5 jam. Okay. Okay. Ni. Okay, deep. Alamak. Sorry lah. Okay. Okay. Kalau buang kayu ni batang. Kita bakar tak? Untuk ini aku rasanya ni. Oh oh oh. Oh no 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 no. Oh oh. Ambil kayu. Oh. Dasar ni. Ni kita buat. Yes. Cuba tu. Ha. Jadi dah. Kita Ini kita backup dah. Oh dan thank you. Oh jatuh lagi. Aduh. Ai. Okay. Okay, kita kena buat perbesar sikit. Kawan ni. Kawasan ni. Nam. Buat piket baru. Oh kayu. Kita tinggal lah kabel kecil. Eh. Kita buat. Alah sedap pula. Kira besar. Sebab aku pula pakai crush. Lagi jatuh macam ni. Oh. Aku kena jarak sikit. Sini tahan sini ke? Okay. Tak ada backup. Okay. Okay. Cuba. Okay, dah block. Okay. Kita satu, tu, dua, tiga, empat. Okay. Okay. Kita kena buang. Buang lah. Okay. Kena buat furnace ni. 9. Itu buat piket baru. Jadi kita buat furnace untuk bakar. Bakar apa? Oh, awak tak buat macam tu. Aduh. Tak apalah. Okay. Aku rasa ada stick tak? Tang mana? Tang sini. Dah kawan dia terbakar. Kat sini. Oh, apa? Okay. Okay. Jom. Okay. Oh. Alamak. Tak keras. Aduh. Uh. Buat piket baru. Kita buat sabut. Piket baru. Kita buat igloo. Okay, ambil telurnya. Tapi aku akan repeat lah, ambil yang sama. Kita buat ni. Apa? Kita akan bank. Cetak semua ni ada. Nanti aku... ni video unreleased.
She offers to reimburse him for her
Okay.
ticket, but Yuta insists that it's
Okay. Ni magnitunya ada title Discord by Ghost Aground Go. We get to see pula. Don't cheaty, okay? This is not a watch attach multiple if you do so. So good boy. Okay, klik button. Okay. Hello. Oh. Hello. Hi BJ. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, kita kumpul sand. Dapat dirt. So stand sapling. Oh, okay, dia repeat. Oh. Dia mustahil. So, kita pertukaran lah. Ada apa-apa tak? Oh, tu storage. Okay, biasanya tebang pokok ni. Oh, kita duduk ni. Okay. Ada boleh mancing. Yes, kita boleh mancing. Oh. Okay. Tak silap ada pokok baru. Jungle. Lepas tu bambu. Okay. Ke kau ubah. Kita tengok. Oh, ada chest tersembunyi. Okay. Oh, dah ada mah. Tak ada stone. Okay. Kalau buat terowong boleh lah. Oh, nampak ada itu yang kita main ni. Main pula. Okay. Kita dapat. Okay, kita nak tukar apa? Tukar lagi kita tak salah. Coba. Buat consumable. Kita buat. Macam mana dapat? Betul. Kita suruh ke bawah sikit lah. Okay. Satu atau dua. siapa? Kita buat 23. Masanya benda ni lah. Siapa aku dah buat lah. Kita beli biji benih. Apa? Kita buat hopper. Sekarang nak buat apa? You dapat mana? Bodoh. Apa? Pak. Kapan lah? Dapat Sapli dulu. Okay, 4 lagi. Oh. Satu je. Dia kita baca. Dia sikit kepada page. Okay. Kita kena kumpul ke satu. Jom lah kita gali. Kita buat shovel lagi. Hmm. Kat semua dia duduk. Apa? Negatif 11. Itu apa? It is million. Ni. Tak faham macam apa. Jangan. Ya. Ni bodoh.
Necessary. Inside the theater, Yuta is overwhelmed with insecurity, unsure of where to place his hands and consumed by his thoughts. He finds it impossible to concentrate on the movie.
Oh, sama je.
The girl leans close to his face and
Huh?
whispers that it feels like they're on a date. She then gently takes hold of his hands, intertwining their fingers, and suggests that he can practice holding hands before going on a real date someday. Yuta remains uncertain about the situation, but at this point, he no longer cares. All he wishes for is that the movie never ends. After a while, Yuta's worries his surprise. She reaches for her handkerchief, and eventually, the movie averts his gaze and it anxiously apologizes. Yuta playfully, the girl, he admits that he does. Left alone, the girl then comes back before he is able to look up a good restaurant nearby or check his message. Meanwhile, the mysterious girl who sent him the message hides in her blanket as she gets shy over extending an offer to watch the movie with him. Possible harem? We'll find out.
Okey. Ih, so pula.